Greetings. This is Paul the Poke from paulthepoke.com. Today's topic, Russian aircraft downed in Syria. And what we have here is a map courtesy of the Russian Defense Ministry. And the focus is going to be on Latakia, Syria. And this happened yesterday, September 17, 2018. And initial reports indicated Israel shot down a Russian IL-20, an Ilyushin-20 airplane. Latakia is home to a Russian military air base, and reportedly 4 F-16 Israeli jets were involved in the altercation. 15 Russian servicemen are reported dead. And next is a quote from Russian Defense Ministry spokesman Major General Igor Konashenkov. And he stated, Israel did not warn the command of Russian troops in Syria about the planned operation. We received a notification via a hotline less than a minute before the strike, which did not allow the Russian aircraft to be directed to a safe zone. So now if you're interested in all the details of this, Israel took aim on a munitions plant in the area. Timeline of events, I have a link provided by Sputnik News that will be included in the post. You can go down there and click on it and get details of a minute by minute blow of what took place. Now the following is a sequence of tweets from the Israeli Defense Force spokesperson, and this is indicated on Twitter. If you guys want to check out the IDF spokesperson, they have a page where you can see these things. And here's the following statement from several tweets. Israel expresses sorrow for the death of the aircrew members of the Russian plane that was down tonight due to Syrian anti-aircraft fire. Israel holds the Assad regime, whose military shot down the Russian plane, fully responsible for this incident. Israel also holds Iran and the Hezbollah terror organization accountable for this unfortunate incident. Overnight, IDF fighter jets targeted a facility of the Syrian armed forces from which systems to manufacture accurate and lethal weapons were about to be transferred on behalf of Iran to Hezbollah in Lebanon. The IDF and the Russian army have a deconfliction system, which was agreed upon by the state's leaders and has proven itself many times over recent years. This system was in use tonight as well. Now, here are the initial inquiry of the incident suggests, so there are 4 points that the IDF makes about this. 1, extensive and inaccurate Syrian anti-aircraft surface-to-air missile fire caused the Russian plane to be hit and downed. 2, when the Syrian army launched the missiles that hit the Russian planes, IAF, Israeli Air Force jets, were already within Israeli airspace. So they're saying they were back home. Now, during the strike against the target in Latakia, the Russian plane that was then hit was not within the area of the operation. We can go back to the map. I'll go back to the map and you can see that. This is where the incident took place out over the Mediterranean Sea. The Syrian anti-air batteries fired indiscriminately, and from what we understand, did not bother to ensure that no Russian planes were in the air. So Israel states they will share all the relevant information with the Russian government to review the incident and to confirm the facts of this inquiry. Now, the following is a statement from Russian Defense Ministry spokesman Igor Konashenkov. By using the Russian plane as a cover, the Israeli air pilots made it vulnerable to the Syrian air defense fire. As a result, the Ilyushin-20, that's the Russian plane, its reflective service being far greater than that of F-16, was downed by a missile launched with an S-200 system. Now, the S-200 system is a Russian system. So it looks like the Russian system shot down a Russian jet. And the understanding is, as you can see the path here in the red, this is the path of the Ilyushin-20 Russian jet. F-16 jets from Israel kind of came and rode along beside the jet and used it as a shield. And Syria opened fire on what they thought was a cluster of F-16 Israeli jets, and the missiles, the anti-missile battery or the anti-aircraft battery of missiles hit the Russian jet. So it would appear Israel used the Russian aircraft as a shield for cover as they launched missiles toward the systems of munitions in Latakia, Syria. So Russian President Vladimir Putin issued a statement. Israel didn't shoot down the Russian plane deliberately. It was a result of a chain of tragic circumstances, end quote. And that's Putin's comments on that. Now, if you want to check out detailed events from an Israeli perspective, check out the timesofisrael.com. Russia blames Israel after Syria downs plane while trying to repel attack. So that will also be put up as a link to click on. Which brings us to this, and this was happening earlier today. Russia has requested the Israeli envoy to Moscow, and there you see her. The diplomat has arrived and discussions have started. This is all a developing story. The plot thickens. Remind everybody of Ezekiel 38, verse 4, and I will turn you about and put hooks into your jaws, and I will bring you out and all your army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed in full armor, a great host, all of them with buckler and shield, wielding swords. And Ezekiel 39, verse 2, and I will turn you about and drive you forward and bring you up from the uttermost parts of the north and lead you against the mountains of Israel. And so it makes one wonder, is this going to be an event that brings this to a head? I mean, it's been building now since about late 2015, since Russia's interjected troops into Syria. And here we are coming up on 3 years later. They continue to pour resources into Syria. I'm sure this is only going to cause more military resources to be pushed into Syria. And again, Ezekiel says in chapter 39 that the invasion will happen from the north of Israel in the Golan Heights against the mountains of Israel, which again would be Mount Hermon, the Golan Heights area in the northern part of Israel. So keep your eyes open on this. This is a developing story. And by the way, they are celebrating Yom Kippur today. So how's that for timing? I appreciate you guys following along. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.